He says, do you like ice cream? He says, the cat's like shitting in your flower bed. Sophie or the Wren. Well, as George said at the time, you don't get many of those to the pound. Well, the acid period, I found really confusing, to be honest with you. I remember it's around about late 65, and I know George and John had sort of their experience in the summer, I think, of 65, when they'd actually been spiked at a dinner party by, I think it was George's dentist, I think it was. George used to have a lot of trouble with his teeth. They're all over the place, George's teeth. I mean, it looked like, a horse chewing on a bag of mints at times. But so he got this dentist, and him and John and the wives had gone to a dinner party at this dentist, and he'd ended up sort of spiking them with acid. And they'd had a bit of a sort of shocking time, really, because they weren't expecting it. And then George is sort of driving home. He says, and I'm driving along the road, and all of a sudden there's a big bloody dragon in the road. These guys think, this is not right, surely. Not for Middlesex, anyway. After that, they sort of took it of their own volition. And John, in particular, found it very sort of opened a lot of doors for John. And he said to me, Ring, you want to try this stuff? So I did, But as I said, I just found it very confusing, really. So I remember once, it's like the last sort of time I took it, I was on holiday in Saint-Tropez. And somebody, I don't know who, but somebody gave me this little tab of acid and I took it. And then one minute I'm there in Saint-Tropez with Brigitte Bardot, topless I should add. And the next minute when I've had this tab, I'm in my own kitchen back at home, making a sandwich. And I've got the bread out, and I'm trying to get this butter on the bread. Or it might have been margarine, I'm not sure really. It was one of the two, some sort of spread. But instead of a knife, I've got a fish. I'm trying to butter my bread with a fish. I'm looking at this thinking, there's got to be easier ways to do this than with a fish. I think it was a rainbow trout. And so I'm making this sandwich. I think it was beef spread. And so that was a trip. It was sort of 10 hours of me making a sandwich, beef spread, and trying to get it on there with a rainbow trout. And then when I finally came out of the trip, ended up back in Saint-Tropez, and I thought, well, I could have saved a hell of a lot of money here, because I paid to go to Saint-Tropez. I ended up back home in my kitchen making a sandwich. So I thought, well, maybe if when I'm home in my kitchen and I'm making a sandwich, if I drop some acid then, I might end up in Saint-Tropez. So that, one way or another, I could save myself some money. So that's what I did. When I got home, I thought, right, this is it. If this doesn't work, it's the last time I'm having this stuff. So I went to my kitchen, got some beef spread and a loaf of bread out, and necked an acid tab. And the odd thing was, rather than going to Saint-Tropez, I stayed in my bloody kitchen. Making another sandwich. with another bloody fish in my hand. So after that I thought, well, this is just not, doing anything for me at all. I'm going to call it a day. And that was the last time I took any acid.